Today I am making a video on the second part of the Amphibia finale, All In. Now, I'm doing this a bit late, but better late than never, I guess. So, let's start this. So, in the last episode, the beginning of the end, we see the Resistance get defeated, with Anne and her friends getting captured by Darcy and Andreas, and it ends with Elf being invaded. Now, it is likely that Anne and her friends will be rescued by the team back on Elf, or her parents were now working with the government. Or, at the very least, those guys will attack Andreas's flying fortress, which will give Anne and her friends a chance to escape and team up with them. Now, as we can see in the promo, Frobo gets a new body, essentially, likely made by the tech gals who we first saw in the episode Fixing Frobo. It definitely looks like something they would have made. Now, as for the final battle type stuff, we also see in the promo that Anne is going up against Andreas, and Sasso will be fighting Darcy, who has a pretty insane looking scythe, I think. That is really cool, actually. Now, going more in depth on these two battles, it's nice that we get to see Anne get kind of like a rematch against Andreas, especially now that he has this mech suit. So he'll definitely be a tougher opponent now than he was back in True Colors, especially since he's expecting Anne to go all Calamity mode and whatnot. Now, as for Sasha going up against Darcy, I think that also will be quite interesting. What with her now being the one to kind of like save Marcy, I guess. Which will be cool since we've not really seen her and Marcy interact a whole lot. Now, as for Marcy's situation, she seems to be trapped in some fantasy-like area in her head. Andreas's dad seems to be kind of like convincing her to stay there, I think maybe. Kind of like what happened with Mabel at the finale for Gravity Falls, where she was stuck in some sort of fantasy world, so that she wouldn't want to leave. She also says that she feels like she's forgetting something, which is likely the events of True Colors. It would make sense that she wouldn't remember that. They're definitely going to have to deal with that. I'm also interested to see how the red piece of paper that they found at the end of the Newts and Tights episode shows up again. Now, we know that it was a secret message left by Leaf a long time ago, but we still have yet to find out what it says or how it's going to play into the story. Andreas will probably find it somehow, and it'll be interesting to see how he reacts to that. Now, I've covered pretty much everything that we've seen in the promo and the previous episodes, but this is Amphibia, so there's definitely going to be some kind of twist. And also, there's a whole nother episode after this one, so some stuff is definitely going to be happening that we're not going to expect. So naturally, I'm going to try and figure out what that stuff is. So my guess is that maybe somewhere around halfway through the episode, they beat Darcy and Andreas, and then maybe everything goes kind of normal for a bit. But then something happens which causes the moon to fall on Amphibia, like we see in the vision that Leaf has in the episode The Koi and the King. Maybe the frog with the flame in its hand from that picture of the prophecy shows up. Maybe Valeriana or the Ancient Order shows up. I don't know. But something happens to cause the moon to fall. and thus Anne, Sasha, and Marcy will all have to go calamity mode to stop it. The last episode, All In, will likely either deal with the big end battle where the moon falls or all the aftermath type stuff. Probably both, honestly. Either way, I guess we'll find out more tomorrow. So, thank you to anyone who listened to all my ramblings, and have a nice day. Bye.